Hey, Rod.
What up?
Hey, man. So I got these two guys, right? One's really good at guillotine. Another one really, really good at triangle.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to just start making them be more like me. I'm going to have them do a bunch of upper body stuff, some kimuras and whatnot.
You mean just forget the stuff they're doing?
Yeah, man. I mean, look, I want some mini-mes, don't you think?
That's not good, dude. That's very, very bad.
All right, so you're thinking what? Get out there, plant some more seeds.
Plant some seeds, bro. Let's talk about this. I don't know, man. That doesn't sound right.
All right, we're going to talk about it on this episode of Open Mat Chronicles.
All right, you guys, welcome back once again. Another episode for you guys, Open Mat Chronicles, 1865 Rod here. We're coming back at you guys. And as always, we got my man Schaefer in the house. What's up, Schaefer?
What's happening, everybody? Schaefer's in the house. Another fun-filled episode of Open Mat Chronicles. So we were talking a little while, had some interesting stuff because Rod and I, we both teach a lot. And since we do that, we started to recognize something that maybe it's a flaw in how we teach. I don't know. Man. You guys can be the determining factors.
We were actually watching Austin Powers movie, and that little mini-me dude came out, and it kind of sparked an idea. I was like, oh, wait a second. This is kind of relevant.
Right? How many mini-mes are we producing? That's for sure, man. All right, so to break it down, to clarify, right, a lot of instructors will, they've spent years building their game, and it's usually a good game. That's why they start instructing. Yep. But I think one of the fatal flaws that quite a few instructors have is they try to make everyone who comes to their school and to their class a mini-me, right? I know I've been guilty of it sometimes. I'm trying to stay away from it. I try to make sure I push it out there and don't do that as much. But you know where I'm coming from here, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, use yourself as an example first. Like, break it down for the people.
I mean, I think we're all guilty of it a little bit, right? Even subconsciously. So I don't have a problem with the subconscious part. So for an example, if I only learned jiu-jitsu from, let's say I only learned jiu-jitsu from you.
Okay.
You were my only instructor I ever had.
Hell yeah.
Probably wouldn't be doing a lot of leg locks.
You probably would
not
be
doing
doing a lot of leg locks.
I'd be wrist locking fools.
Left and right.
Right. And on the flip side is, if I was the only instructor that you ever went to, you probably wouldn't have the best smash and pass game.
Right. I'd be rolling in the freaking
like,
Imanari rolls to heel hooks and all kinds of stuff.
Right. So that's just the way it is. Like, so even it's not a conscious decision. It's just consciously, like, the way that your body's built, it kind of lends itself to moves that work well for you.
Yes.
And vice versa for me. So I think every now and then you do get an instructor that's one of those universal gems that can do everything.
Right.
But those guys run the risk of not knowing that, hey, maybe I'm kind of gifted here and I can do everything, but I'm going to try to make my students do everything, and they're going to be everybody's everything.
Whoa. Now, see, I think that would be scary. Like, if you actually have that guy who can do it all, and then he expects every one of his students to be able to do it all.
Like, we're not all you, dude.
Yeah, right? Like, that could be very limiting.
And he may not know it, right? He may just be like freaking jiu-jitsu master king, right?
He has every good intention.
Every good intention,
but he's like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to ever promote anybody unless they can do all the things that I do. They don't have to be able to do it at an expert level yet, but if they can't do the heel hooks, do the arm bars, do the flying arm bar, do a drop shiatagi, do this, do that, and if they can't do it to my satisfaction, man, that could be very limiting. You're right. Because let's look at, like, here we go. I'll give an example of our boy Stefan, right?
Oh, yeah.
Big dude, very athletic, strong, knows his game. And then Esther, right? Baby Tank. So she's a grinder, man. Like, she puts in the work, and she will get things, and she actually tries things that we call her Baby Tank for a reason, right? She tries things that might not be the best suited for her body type.
Yeah.
But could you imagine if we had a bigger guy and he's like, hey, you know what? He does a lot of big, strong upper body attacks. big guys notoriously, they do Americanas, they do Kimuras, they do
Half guard.
Yeah, a lot of half guard stuff because you can grind your way into it.
Yeah.
You can leverage your weight, leverage your strength, and you can work these moves, right? You can keep somebody kind of pinned and work your magic. But then what happens if you're like a little 120-pound chick or less, and you're like, hey, because I'm a big guy and this is how I fight, that's how I expect you to fight too.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if like I was like, all right, you're a baby tank because you're gonna grind this all out and you're gonna hold people down and do this, and it's just not physically possible, right? Because you could literally just pick her up and move her out of the way.
Yeah.
So, and it goes the same like if you were to flip it around and say, okay, maybe she'd be really good learning from you, learning these heel hooks, learning stuff like that, where the bigger guy, maybe that's not his move because he can't flow the way you flow. He can't move the way you move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
And like, so what do you do?
I mean, I think that's the benefit of having multiple instructors, right? So I think a lot of schools have different teachers. I know we do. That's really cool,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Because we have a lot of different body types teaching. But if you're at a school where you have one guy, you better hope that one guy is the guy that I just mentioned, who's a universal, who can do everything, right?
Right.
And I think most of them, they may be, if they're going to be confident enough to, be the sole instructor at their school, they're probably legit.
So
they probably own it.
That's like the saying, like a jack of all trades, a master of none, right? It's like, or in this case, maybe they're a master of multiple, right? Master of all of them. But they have this huge, diverse freaking, like, repertoire that they can reach back and kind of show you this, show you that. And they might even be able to, they should be able to, like, say, hey, you know what? For you, I think you'd be really good at this. And then they can kind of specialize in showing that person. Like, you have to kind of get individualized, right?
You kind of do, yeah. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at kind of identifying a person's, like, just looking at his body type and rolling with him and being able to tell, like, what moves would work for him. And sometimes it's like, yeah, I'm probably not your guy.
Right.
Let me refer you to this guy over here. He's going to have some great, attacks that I think would be, more suited to your body type.
Definitely.
In other cases, I'm like, yeah, I got you, dude. This is going to be, I have moves that are going to be perfect for you. I know the way you roll.
So what happens, though, if you are a smaller school and let's say you're not the expert at all these things, do you just not teach it?
Dude, that's why I couldn't run a school. I would need somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I totally get it.
There are a few guys that are, it's not just a matter of having the knowledge, because there's some instructors that have all this knowledge, but they don't roll with it, bro. They don't do it. When they roll, they don't hit you with those moves. There are two that I could think of that actually do it. David Ellis is one that had a very good grasp of all of the jiu-jitsu concepts and moves. And he was good at heel hooking, leg locks, 411 entries, but then he'd do old school heavy pressure passing. Like, he had a good, just a solid understanding of, overall jiu-jitsu. So he was one of those complete guys, in my opinion. Another one I would say would be Carl Gosselin. He's also at that level because, like, he's very proficient at leg locks, but he's very proficient at smashing the crap out of you too, right?
Right. Dude, I rolled with him and, like, he felt like he was 400 pounds. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was like, guys, like, what, maybe 180 or something?
Yeah. He's like my size.
Hassett was like that too. I used to always say, man, like, his knee on belly and his pressure, he felt like a freaking dump truck was on you. And you're like, dude, how?
But then he'll hit you with some inverted stuff. Like, he's up on all the moves. So, but those are two guys where this is what they do. That's what they do. So that's the differentiator right there. It's like, we're hobbyists, bro. Like,
also a good point, right? Like, if you're getting instruction from somebody who this is all they do, then you should hope that they're going to be very, very well rounded, right? But what happens when they're structuring their classes, right? You're putting things together and you're like, okay, I'm going to teach this today, and it's all triangle setups, and all the long leg jokers, they're going to love this, right? They're going to hit you from triangles, hitting you from every angle. But then, all you little stubby people, you might be like, oh, man, this is not for me. So, excuse me. So does he have something for them during that class, or does he, like, say, hey, man, figure it out? Like, no, this is a triangle school. We're going to all get good at triangles. But what do you do?
You mean for that one class?
I mean... Or, okay, if it's the well-rounded,
Okay.
Yes. But what if it's not? What if it's like,
Oh, you mean he just
what if it's the
triangle
guy he's the triangle guy and he's like the knee bar guy?
Yeah.
He can roll into some good stuff, but then you never really catch him doing Kimuras. You never really catch him doing Americanas. He doesn't do a lot of guillotines.
Yeah.
And then he just doesn't really teach it.
Yeah.
So then I think you're doing a disservice to all your
agree.
students, right?
I agree.
It's like, I guess those people, they need to go out and learn some other stuff, at least be good enough to teach it, right?
Yeah.
I have been teaching a lot of stuff that I don't do. I'm not a master at it, right? I'm not a master at it, but I certainly understand the concept. I certainly understand how to get there. I know why it works, and I can explain why it works.
Yeah.
I have been showing people stuff that I know they'll like, right? And it'll work for them.
Yeah.
But it's not my cup of tea.
I get it. I think everybody does that. Like I'll teach moves that I understand the physics of it, the concepts, like you said,
right?
And the mechanics of it work well. And I can tell them sometimes, like, dude, this is pretty legit, man. Like, I don't do it, but I'm like, I could see myself doing this if I really tried.
Yeah.
It's not something I really want to put energy into, but I could definitely teach this move,
Absolutely.
So I think we all do that. I don't think you have to be because if you only did moves or only taught moves that you actually applied in live roles, you might be more limited in what you taught.
Oh my God! Then you'd be
limited.
Super basic.
Yeah.
Like because think about it. So now let's say you're a competition guy, and if everything you do, especially back in the day, right, it came out to a bow and arrow choke, right? They would pass the guard. They would do some kind of standing pass.
Right. Everything was bow and arrow.
Right. They would
freaking bow and
pop
arrow.
knee on the belly, do something, attack the arm bar, miss the arm bars, slide them in, boom, take the back, and then go for a bow and arrow. It's like always is the same thing.
With that knee behind the neck.
Oh my God, that sucks,
the mean
right?
One, yeah.
It feels like you're
That's
gonna
the
pop
David
his head
Henson
off.
version.
So, if I think the competition people, that could end up being a fatal flaw for a lot of them when they teach, because they're gonna be like, look, this is how I win. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what we're gonna learn, and that's really it. It's like you're gonna be a mini-me. And they might be really, really good at it, right? Like there's schools that are like, oh man, yeah, that's the leg lock school. Like these guys, if you go there, you're about to get right. You're about to get your legs attacked, which no-gi. I mean, that's pretty much all it's become, man. Like,
Yeah, it is kind of.
Yeah, you can say it's boring now.
It's kind of silly now.
Yeah, dude, like
they're straight up just foot fighting.
That's it. Like, oh,
They're not,
dude, I watched that UFC
Oh yeah,
BJJ
the,
thing, right?
Thing?
Yeah, and it was just leg attack after leg attack after leg attack. Now I did see one guy get his arm just freaking destroyed. It was ridiculous. Like he was rolling with this one guy. Damn, see, that could be almost a whole nother thing, right? Like sometimes you gotta tap, man. Let your ego go. This guy had his arm dead to rights. He's fighting it out. He's caught, and he's just pushing it against the legs, and he's like, this is going to break. And the guy doesn't, he just, I'm not going to tap.
I'm on TV.
Yeah, I'm on TV. Crippled his ass, dude.
Oh, man.
Just wrecked it.
Oh, well, I don't feel sorry for him, dude. He signed up for that.
I guess I don't.
No, he made that. It's a choice that he made.
Sorry. Damn.
It's a choice that he made. It's unfortunate, but it's a choice that he made. He could have tapped.
He could have tapped. You're right. I mean, that's the whole point.
It's not the other guy was being malicious.
No, he wasn't. He actually, he had him locked up. He was giving constant pressure. The guy just did not tap, and it did not work out well for him. But I'm sure his school was teaching other stuff other than just leg locks, because, this guy, like I said, the one guy called him in a really nice armbar. So, like yesterday, right, I taught some turtle stuff, and I know you hate turtle, but I taught some. I
say turtle's legit. It's just not my thing.
It is,
but it's legit. I respect the turtle,
right?
Though.
Okay, turtle's legit. You respect it. Same here. But like, do you see yourself teaching a turtle class?
I wouldn't know.
Right. So, and I guess that's where I'm at. Right. I'm like, so if we know it's something we don't really like, do we just kind of shy away from it a lot?
Well,
I think naturally, like you said, we kind of just don't go there.
Yeah, like I wouldn't, because there's other people in our school that like would know it much better than I do.
Gotcha,
and they have like a ton of attacks from turtles, ton of defenses from turtles. So I would just let those guys teach it.
Okay.
Right? It's not like we don't have a shortage of that.
Right.
But if I was the only one, and I would be able to just teach fundamental white belt to blue belt level, turtle concepts, and that's it. I wouldn't be deep diving into it.
Right.
I'm just not your guy for that.
So I mean, you would at least give them.
You got to go see Tyler Break.
Right. You'd at least give them some reference to it, though. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why you turtle? Here's what it's for. Here's some basic, the proper way to turtle. A couple of variations. Here's some basic attacks.
Right.
Here's some basic defenses. That's the fundamentals. I could teach you fundamentals. You should be able to do that as a black belt.
I agree.
Definitely be able to do that.
I agree.
Now, like I said, I wouldn't be able to specialize in it in a deep dive in it.
Yeah, because we're gonna gravitate towards what we like.
What we like. I never liked the turtle, man. I never liked it.
Like, I like heel hooks and all, and actually I've been doing more of them just because of you. Like, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm showing more heel hook setups. I'm kind of rolling into them a little more, and I'm like, fine. I get it. It's just not my thing. I like that pressure, man.
Yeah, I get it.
I like the pressure. I like to go to Z-guard and just.
No, but it totally makes sense. I know why I like them. I like them for a reason because, I don't like all that pressure being like close in, tight, hug. I don't really like that game.
Right,
it's just not a feeling that I like.
Mobile.
I like being moving around and more dynamic because for me, a lot of it is cardio too. And when you're moving, it helps your mobility. It keeps you you're more fluid.
Fluid, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it's just more fun.
Okay.
Instead of just being all locked in, like that's not fun. You tell me that's fun?
No.
How is that fun?
Okay, you know what?
How can anybody say that's fun? Big old 250-pound dude just hug you.
Right.
Oh, this is fun. I really enjoy this.
I don't think that's fun. I don't think that's fun, actually. A lot of times, if you get a couple of big guys like going at it, and right, you're like, you got these two freaking, giant bears fighting each other, and they're not flying all around. It usually is more of like a grinding out kind of thing.
Bro.
Damn.
I was wrong with, what is his name? Shout out to what's his name? Is it Sean?
Sean? Oh, yeah.
Sean. Big Sean.
Yeah.
We got little Sean, we got Big Sean. So Big Sean, Purple Sean. I'm like, dude, this isn't fun, bro. Right?
Because he
I'm
can
doing
put some
everything I can
pressure
to keep
down.
him off me, man.
He can put some
and he's
pressure
just laying on
you,
me. I'm like, this is why I hate rolling with these big dudes. It's just not fun.
I feel you. But you know what? See, and then
this
I
has
guess
been enjoyable.
From the big guy's perspective,
he's like, this is fun. I'm trying to grind out this black belt. I hate you.
They're grinding their way, right? But they play it more like a game of inches. It's like, okay,
yeah.
I'm holding them. I locked them in this position. I advanced my position a little bit. I locked them in this position. I advanced a little bit more. And you're right. If you're under that, if you're stuck, and you're like, holy crap, dude. It's like, okay, I feel it. Yep, my arm's coming up a little bit. And now he's kind of locking it.
No, but see,
what happens? My arm's going up a little bit more.
I'm wise at dude. I don't let him creep up on me like that.
Nah, I know
so he would just like physically just grab me like, I'm like, oh my god, dude, I can't stop it. He just moved my leg, dude. I couldn't stop it. He's too strong.
And then that goes back to the other thing, right? We're talking like, well, do you play to your strengths? I mean, I say, yeah, you play to your strengths. Fast guys are going to move fast. Big guys are going to do
I'm not complaining.
strength stuff, right?
I'm not complaining.
Man,
that's what he does. He's a strong guy.
Right?
I can't expect him not to use his strength. I get it.
Who can impose their will more?
Yeah.
I guess that's what it comes down to.
That's why I don't roll with him very often.
Yeah, I can understand that too, right? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, so, again, I try to get out there. I try to show people everything. If you're an instructor, or if you're taking a class, or if you're whatever, what are you looking for? Like, are you looking for this wide range of moves so you can kind of like cherry pick the things that you like and you get something that you feel works better for you? Or do you prefer that somebody kind of molds you? Or if you're the instructor, do you prefer to mold someone into a form that maybe it's not what they would have initially thought of for themselves, but you're like, oh, no, this is going to be good for you. We just got to keep pressure and just get you to be this type of fighter.
There may be some validity to that. I think if you're dealing with like a white belt or even a blue belt, they don't know what they don't know. So if you're the instructor, you might be able to recognize, like I could recognize a person. I could tell, like, dude, you'd be really, really good at leg locks. I could just tell, bro, you go fully inverted, no problem. Your feet are on the freaking mats, practically flat-footed. Like,
right? They're like Gumby.
And you're so, like, you would be really good, but he may not like it. So that he's not going to be good. If you don't like it up here, then you're not going to be good at that. But physically, he has the attributes to be successful at it.
Gotcha.
So But what if that guy never really knew about it, or he didn't? Not that he didn't know about it, but what if he didn't really explore it? Nobody
He
pushed
just
him
never
in that
got
direction.
pushed towards it.
Yeah, so maybe at a certain level you can, if he's a lower belt. But once you're like a purple belt, you're on your own game,
Right, you're
dude.
more self-directed.
Yeah,
right?
you don't need to be trying to make a purple belt into something that he's not.
Okay.
Because I think that would be okay. It would be like, let's say, what's Mike Tyson known for being?
I mean, he's just a knockout artist.
He's a knockout
dude.
artist,
Yeah.
right? So what if a coach said, okay, so man, we want to make you more well-rounded. Let's make you Ali, like dancing around, right?
Right,
like floating like
right.
a butterfly, stinging like a bee. Bro, now you just ruined Tyson, dude. You just ruined him.
You're
you
right.
took what was great, and now you tried to throw in all this other crap, and now he's
You made him generic.
He would be just a generic, another guy that's like okay at everything, where he's freaking phenomenal at knocking people out. So I think some people, if you're phenomenal at catching that freaking smash, like smashing, passing, like
Right.
that's your game. Why change that?
Okay, so now we're talking about basically being a good instructor to recognize what you see as someone's strengths.
Yes.
And to play towards their strengths, right?
Yeah, that's I should say.
Okay.
Playing towards their strength. Thank you,
Playing
Harold.
towards their strengths. I try. That makes sense, right?
Yes.
Because we use another guy as an example, right? When I was doing drop Sayanagis, freaking Oleg, he
liked it.
jumped all over.
Oh, yeah,
it. He
yeah.
likes that
Yeah.
move, right?
Yeah.
And his boy too,
He'll be good
the
at it.
blue belt guy that's in
Yeah,
there.
Dennis.
I was just chilling and I was watching like from the sidelines, and damn if he didn't just go for it. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's both.
And it surprised me, right? Because it had been weeks. It had been weeks ago that I taught it, and he's still putting it into effect. Like he's actually he's like, I'll do it live. And he's putting in the work, man. So that's impressive too. I love seeing that, right? I show something and then I see people actually applying it. And I'm like,
But would you hold it against, would you expect everybody to be good at the drop side knocking
No,
now that you
see.
taught it? And see, that wouldn't be fair to the other people. One guy might just hate it. Like, I like it actually. It's a cool
Yeah,
move.
me too. I think it's really cool.
But some people may not like it. It's not, maybe they can't swivel and drop down quick enough. Maybe
Right.
they're just a little rusty and, they can't be quick enough and it's projecting too much. Or they don't feel safe, whatever. Well, you got to get better at it, too, where you do feel safe. That's what they'll say to you. You need to master it.
You got to believe in yourself.
Okay, then that's like saying it to Mike Tyson. You need to master yourself, floating like a butterfly, Mike Tyson. Master it. Just get better at it.
Damn. All right.
And you got to listen to yourself. What if Tyson believed that? Yeah, you're right. Well, how do you tell him?
That's about right.
You're right. Right.
Right. And then he
started trying to be Mr. Floaty, dancing around the ring. He would suck.
And he would have never reached his
We wouldn't even know.
potential.
It'd be Mike who?
Right. He would have never reached his potential in
Exactly.
that instance. Okay. So you kind of gotta plant a seed, and then you gotta just kind of help that, just nurture it. Kind of say, okay, here's the seeds I planted in this garden. That the jiu-jitsu practitioner will be the garden. You
Yes.
planted all these different seeds. Everything's not going to take root.
Exactly. You water what starts sprouting.
There you go.
Right?
And then you fertilize it. See, we sound like we're full of shit, so we just fertilize it with that. No, I mean, that makes sense, man.
Yeah.
That makes sense. How do you guys do it, right? Like, I'm interested because, look, I will always admit that I'm a work in progress. Like me, even as an instructor, I'm a work in progress. I don't know everything. I don't even try to put it out there when I'm teaching. I don't go, oh, I am an expert and I've done all these different things. I'm like, look, man, I can break down the mechanics for you. I can show you these things. I can make sure that when I teach it and you try it, you'll do it right. But I'm probably not going to be the guy to get every little detail and nuance to make you the best possible at it. You're going to have to kind of take it, see that you like it, and then work it and put it into effect. You know what I mean? You got to roll with it. I think I'm good at that. I think I'm good at planting seeds and tending the garden.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. Yeah, dude. This was a quick one-off. I mean, we're just kind of thinking it. Like I said, we were talking about, are we going to make a bunch of mini-mes?
Yeah.
Thank you, Austin Powers. We got to watch more shows so we can come up with these great analogies.
Well, it's just human nature because everybody just inherently thinks that they're right. They think that their way is right. It's just human nature. It's not that it's bad. It's just the way we're wired as humans.
Absolutely.
Unless you get really introspective and you start,
right? They start picking your own life
looking
apart.
at your weaknesses.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you go, damn it, maybe I don't know everything.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to pretend. A lot of people look up to us, though, and that's what's crazy. Because then I'm like, holy shit, I don't want to let people down either, right? That's
true.
That's the other thing. I'm like, if I don't know, I want to find the information for you. Like, I want to figure it out so I can help you out.
Yeah, and there's things that, like, if you don't know, you don't know. Like, if there's moves that they're not even on your radar.
Right.
It's not because you're a bad person or you're just the mean jiu-jitsu instructor. These moves aren't even on your radar for whatever the case may be, right? And you never taught them.
Yeah.
And now another guy say, man, that Harold, he never showed me this.
Yeah.
Right.
See? And I don't want
That
to be
Rod
that guy,
never
right?
showed me that.
Hell yeah. But once again, we are blessed to have a lot of instructors that we can lean on, right? So we have, like, dude, I don't think any of our black belts roll like each other. Like, I think each one has something, like, way different. Like, every time I roll with any of our black belts, I'm like, holy crap, man. This is a different angle. This is a different type of fight each time. So, yeah, we're lucky for that, dude. We're lucky. We got
a good school.
We got a really good school. Well, if you guys have a really good school, too, shout it out. Tell us about it, you know. Freaking tell us, do you have a bunch of different instructors, or is it just you? Are you just running this school? And if so, how do you get around teaching the things that really aren't in your wheelhouse? Like, what do you do? So, yeah.
I'd like to see what school people go to, you know, what different people go to. Put in the comments, like, what school.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be slick.
That's true, yeah.
To see your school, man. Bunch of different schools, shout them out.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Anyway, this was it, man. This was our musings for the day. It was right to the point. We just wanted to get out here and kind of let you know what was flowing through our minds today. Yep. And that's what was flowing through my mind today. Damn.
Don't make mini-mes.
Don't make too many mini-mes, man. Make sure you spread the jiu-jitsu game out there and let your students find their own path, right? It's an individual journey, and if you're gonna be a part of that journey, help nurture them. Don't stamp out what might be really good for somebody else.
Check this out. I just had this thought when you said don't make mini-mes. What if you had AI create, like, just on paper, like the perfect jiu-jitsu guy? I guarantee you it would be like an amalgamation of everything, right? Mm-hmm. Now, if you really had that person, and then you had him go against a guy who was just this freaking just heel hook monster, this guy might just wreck shop on him, right? You never know, right? Or a guy who's just a super triangle king. He might just be good at, the point is he's good at just like one or two things.
The specialist versus the generalist.
Yeah, because how good can you really get at everything? There's a limit, right, to how much you could put into everything.
In a movie, it always works, right? That's where you get your John Wicks and all this stuff. Like, you get guys, I'm a yada, 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 special forces trained jiu-jitsu, Krav Maga, Kempo gold belt because I learn and retain everything. And we just know that's not.
Even the guys at your highest level, man, they usually do like 4 or 5 different things. They're not doing everything.
They're pretty much specialists. Like, they generally know all the basic stuff.
They know it.
But
if you leave it open, I'm going to catch
this.
It.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But they're not hunting that against another person of their caliber.
They're going for what their strengths are.
And their strengths are getting in a position to be able to get to their submission, basically, that they're really proficient at.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, that's that, man. Work on your strengths. Did we say that before, too? Don't work on your strengths.
What if it's a wife and he doesn't know? I don't know my strengths.
Yeah, I mean, some people were saying, like, work on your weaknesses and all that. But, like, I say get really good first at your strengths.
That's my thought, too.
Yeah, man. Get good at the things you're strong at.
Yeah.
Don't just neglect the things phenomenal. You're not good at, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But,
bring those up to par.
Yeah, just make sure you're on the right level with it, But focus on the things you're good at. Focus on the things you like, because honestly, if you like it, you're going to put more effort into it, and then you're just going to get sharper and sharper. And it'll be like, holy shit, man! Like Joe Blow over there, he's crazy with that freaking you fill in the blank.
Yeah.
So do it because it's important to you. If it's important to you, you'll find a way. If it's not, you'll find an excuse. You'll be like, I'll never really be good because I can't learn all this stuff. Nah, man, just get a little more narrow focus, kind of focus in on a couple things. Take a month, take 4 months, get really, really good at it. Then add to the repertoire.
Yep.
Add to your arsenal. Anyway, that's it, everybody. Did we mention that we really need you to like, subscribe, and share?
Please, please, please. Yes, please, please.
Do that because
keep this thing going.
Yeah, man. We want to make sure everybody gets to see us and hear our musings.
Yes.
But until next time, Thank you for checking us out on Open Mat Chronicles, and we'll holler at you again later. Us.